Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talking News for the day. Giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Go ahead and hit the like button right now. Don't forget to drop down in them comments like your brothers and sisters always do. Shout out to all the bulldogs from one side of the country to the other side of the country, from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Shout out to all my bulldoggers in the UK, from the UK to the USA. Yes, sir. Let's get into that dog talk for the day.
First thing I want to say, man, shout out to all the people that rocked with me in the chat last night. From the start to the beginning, if you came in at the end, shout out to you. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start this thing off. I'm going to say, shout out to all the brothers with the Midnight Cowboy Dogs out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the brothers with the Midnight Cowboy Dogs. I know y'all producing some great dogs out there. You know, when we start talking about these dogs, you know how it get. You know what I'm saying? You gonna represent your blood or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Shout out to all my, like I said, shout out to all my brothers that's repping that Midnight Cowboy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you rep that Midnight Cowboy stuff and you breeding to the qualities that you trying to get to in your program. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I really can't say nothing else about that particular situation. You know, when it comes to bloodlines, you know, I don't gotta tell nobody this. You know, I see brothers posted in the chat all night back and forth. But good dog is where you find it. You know what I'm saying? Good dog is where you find it. But when you come to the shit talking and saying all different kind of stuff, you know, you just gotta make sure your stuff is correct. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure your stuff is correct. But shout out to all the brothers with the Midnight Cowboy stuff. You know, mix it up, keep it pure, do it how you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, don't take nothing personal when we talk about these dogs. A lot of times the stuff meant for certain people, the people that you're talking to, directed to. You know what I'm saying? The same way we say, I can't take one good dog and say a lion is good. I can't take one bad dog and say the lion is bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't take one dog man with a line of dogs and say that the rest of the dog men with that line of dogs operating their line the same way. You know what I'm saying? Or conducting and handling their business the same way. You know? So like I said, you know, shout out to all the brothers with the Midnight Cowboy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing personal what I was talking about. Strictly dog talk. You know what I'm saying? Strictly dog talk. But let's keep this thing moving, man. It's going to be something short and sweet for you today. We're going to end the month off. You know what I'm saying? Had a great month of July. I appreciate everybody that been rocking with us all month. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother J-Bo, holding it down all month. Yes, sir. Shout out to all the Bulldogs, man. Everybody that be in them chats, man. For one thing about it, if it weren't for the brothers in the chat, like I said last night, what is a conversation that me and brother J-Bo can have by ourselves online? If we're going to be online by ourselves, we might as well be on the telephone. You know what I'm saying? Just get on the phone and talk to each other. So we can never say, no, F the chat. The chat is what make us. You know what I'm saying? When you doing lives. But a lot of folk wouldn't understand that because they don't do lives. They don't do nothing when it comes to this YouTube stuff. So folk don't mind getting up, saying whatever, bashing whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. And one thing about it, you know, like I said before, we gonna catch it where we see it at. You know what I'm saying? We gonna catch it where we see it at. Now, what I was saying last night, okay? I ain't gonna be here long, like I said earlier in this video. We're gonna make this short and sweet. I said enough of what I had to say last night. But what I was saying is, you know, dark society. You talk about these different brothers in these different kennels, and you mentioning everybody's names, right? You mentioning everybody's names. Okay, that's cool. But now that we want you to tell your stories, because see, the whole thing, I don't talk modern day talk. When I talk modern day talk, yeah, we talking about training. You know what I'm saying? See, we're going to get to that too, my brothers. We're going to get to that too. Because what I'm tired of my black brothers doing, hating, you ain't used to seeing another black brother training a dog. Because first thing you get mad when you see a brother out there with his dog, oh, you a trainer, you do this and that. Man, come on, man. You knocking me for making $1 off my dog, and you sitting there feeding a yard full of whatever all year long and ain't making $1 off of it. You know what I'm saying? And got something bad to say about a brother that's trying to make $1. See, if you don't understand a certain game, what you got to do is stay in your lane. If you don't understand the protection dog work, if you don't understand the training, then stay in your lane. You know, if you only understand how to make a dog get on weight, then you just stay in that lane where we talking about getting on weight. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about other things, you know, stay in your lane. Cause see, dark society, I'm talking to you now. You know, you keep talking about Shutson, and I'm training dogs to bite. Let me tell you what this is, fam. What I did, I took one of the most, what they consider gamest, elite bloodlines in the game. And I didn't, what dog trainers do is they make this assumption that you have to do selective breeding to get the right dog to do this kind of work. My whole thing is, it ain't about selective breeding. It's about the dog man, the trainer. See, everybody can't get into the mind of them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do it. You know, we all say we can do it, but everybody can't do it. So I take the elite of the bloodlines, stuff that they say is meant to do certain things, stuff that they say will never bite a fly. I take it, I get it to do what I want it to do. You know what I'm saying? I get it to do what I want it to do. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But let me ask all my dog brothers a question. Because y'all know I got Malawi's too, right? Let me ask all y'all a question. What's going to be the difference if I got a yard full of pits and a Malawi, and the Malawi get loose and go bite somebody? You don't think I'm going to lose the pits too? A biting dog is a biting dog. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility is responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no difference what breed of dog you got. You got to have responsibility. And it don't mean getting on somebody's telecast and lying and making up shit. Because see, my dog brothers, one thing about a lie and the truth is easy to remember. You don't got to try hard to remember the truth. That's why I said last night, brothers can go in they brains and get out these old stories. And some brothers get mad because they can't do it on that, on the swift, on the fly, as some brothers say. Give us these dog stories, this dog talk on the fly. We ain't reading no books, right? Right now, we talking about our old stories. And what I don't understand is why a brother will get up here and want to talk about every dog man in the country stories, but you have your own stories and won't tell us about your stories. See, I done told all about how I got busted. I done told all about everything with my stories. Now, what we want to know is about them Harry Hargrove stories when he got raided. We don't mind hearing about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you trying to hold back on that and trying to get all the information off our stories. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we stop it at. That's where we stop it at. And you going to give us some stories from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Up till then, we just going to conduct it like we conducted it. You know what I'm saying? You in the comedian level, in the comedian branch to me. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. When it comes to dogs, like I always say, none of our dogs are better than the next man dog. Nobody is better than the next person. And that's real talk. Nobody better than the next person. But you want real talk? Dogs are better than the next dog. You know what I'm saying? Dogs are better than the next dog. And it don't matter about pedigrees. You know what I'm saying? That paper pedigree. And like I said, I was just talking the shit about the Midnight Cowboy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't what I'm running. So if it ain't what I'm running, everything what I ain't running back in my days was a opponent, a competition, or whatever. Something I can get. What I felt like was easy money. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what blood it was. But, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to get up here and talk about another brother dog and say another brother dog is this, but yet in the same time say you got champions of your own and you're not giving us no stories, now you're making yourself look funny. You're making something seem funny about the situation because of the simple fact the question is too easy to answer. It's not that hard of a question. What dogs did you outbeat back in them days? You know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell y'all brothers about this. You know what I'm saying? Because see, one thing about it, brothers got to act like they got sense. I tell my folk this all the time. You know what I'm saying? I tell my folk this all the time. The stuff that I talk about, I've been through it. That damn losing your dogs and all that, I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I don't sugarcoat that shit. I don't hide that shit. I tell you that so you won't lose your dogs. You know what I'm saying? So Dark Society, what can you do to help us in this dog game? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear all the other stories. We want to know about your mistakes that you made that can help these young brothers out here today not make the same mistakes you made. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to figure out. We want to know the old stories. See, what I'm starting to figure out about some of y'all brothers, y'all calling out dog men names who dead, dog men names who ain't around, who ain't trying to talk on no YouTube, no none of that, so the stories can't be verified. You know what I'm saying? Stories can't be. What I should have did, right? I should have came straight up here and say I beat Chavis and I beat Crenshaw as well. Who can verify it? None of the old schoolers can say I'm telling the truth while I'm lying unless they was there. You know what I'm saying? Who can verify it? So I should have just said, yo, I ran through Chavis and I ran through Crenshaw. And I know enough about both of them brothers to make you think I've been on their yard and ran through them. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? It's about giving you the real, whether you like it or not. Whether I like what you say about it or not. And then hearing another man's stories. See, this ain't sit around the fire, give stories. And then when it get to you to give your story, you say, oh, skip me. Go ahead, give your story. Skip me, give your story. Oh, man, you don't think brothers with common sense see something funny with that? You don't think brothers with common sense see something funny with that? Okay. Now, another thing I ain't gonna do. Like I tell y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I don't need nobody props when it comes to my dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody faking like they call people and talking about, oh, I heard about you, Pelican Bay. You was for sure with it with the dogs, this and that. Listen here, man. If you can't take my word for it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, I don't need, and the thing about it, when you start saying this stuff, and I know you lying, I'm listening to your conversation, and I know you lying. Like, how can you call somebody and ask about Pelican Bay when you telling me the brother who got Big John dead? So which people are you talking to? Who you connected to that you claiming you 35 minutes away from me? You know? It's what I'm trying to say. See, when you get into that can of worms, you got to be able to handle that can of worms. See, all we asked you was to talk bulldog talk at first. You know what I'm saying? But you want to jump all in the cookie jar. You know? So we going to give you that, what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you what you're looking for. And all I said, like I said before, we waiting on you this Saturday. You know, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. And by this Saturday, you should have the names of the dogs that you went out with in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no modern day stuff, brothers. Because, see, one thing I ain't going to do is get involved with no conspiracy shit. At the end of the day, I train dogs. At the end of the day, I talk dog stories. I talk dog history. And I talk dog stuff that can possibly keep one of my brothers or sisters from getting in trouble these days. You know what I'm saying? Now, other than that, I can care less about all the other shit. My whole thing is keep folk out of trouble, to represent this breed in the right way, because there's a lot of brothers who ain't representing this breed. You know, we can't rely on you, Dark Society, to represent this breed. You know what I'm saying? We can't. Because when y'all brothers get mad, you start lashing out with bullshit. Instead of just, okay, yeah, y'all talk shit about me, y'all talk shit about Bo. What's the first thing I did when y'all start talking shit? I start going to my credentials. I start going to the shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? We start talking about brothers who we ain't heard about. Them brothers go to the credentials. But if you ain't gonna go to the credentials, you don't have no room to criticize no other dog, brother. You just sit back and listen to the news, the talk, the gossip, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you did two things wrong. Right now, I'm thinking you lying. You want to make yourself feel bigger than what it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel bigger than what it is, so you give yourself two champions. Now, them boys saying you, Pro, and Welsh little mates. The boys in my chat say you, Pro, and Welsh Combine Kennels are little mate brothers of the same litter of curs. Now, what brother in his right mind gonna get on my damn dog channel and talk about he got rum dogs in the backyard? I'm not going to be part of a conspiracy, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm only trying to help brothers. I don't need a reputation. I got my reputation back in the days. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep telling you. And you don't seem to listen. Some brothers don't seem to listen. The dogs is not what make my channel. You know, what I've been through is what makes my channel. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I can read about other brothers been through is what makes my channel. Giving you that dog talk, politics, barbershop talk is what makes my channel. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like I said, one thing I will do, you know, to my brother Dark Society, you know, I'll challenge you to this. You know, I done beat you in one challenge. I'll challenge you to this. I'll give you the show and let you rock it the whole night. But you got to stay on topic. You got to give us a real show and not just be talking about a whole bunch of bullshit. You know, if you can give us a real show this Saturday, I'll hand you the mic from the intro to the end. And I won't do shit but sit back and listen. And I want to have my notebook right here, writing notes down, saying, oh, damn, I learned that tonight. Damn, I got this tonight. Oh, word, I ain't knew that. Yeah, if you can do a dog show, I hand it over to you, brother. Because you since you feel like it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? Since you feel like it's that easy. And gonna discredit what, and like I said, I won't go back and forth with a brother that ain't gonna put his credentials up there. One thing about it, if you sit here hounding me about mine, worrying me about mine, don't give me no online pedigree number. Let me ask all my dog brothers and sisters this. If I say, what has your dog accomplished back in them days? For you to tell me an online pedigree number is telling me you green as fuck right now. You're green, man. You're green. You know, it's the same thing when I talk to somebody and they say they got a red-nosed Jocko. They don't know about dogs. They're green. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no harm in saying you just learning. It ain't no harm in saying you just doing your thing. You know, and one thing I noticed about you, fam, you call out names to use them as references, but the people you calling out, I don't really think you dealing with them folk. You know what I'm saying? You just know of dog men and you call out different dog men in that area. So if I'm talking to a brother from North Carolina, upper North Carolina area, I'm going to say, I'm going to start calling out different brothers who bulldogging in that area name to make you feel like, you know, I know folk. In actuality, I'm just jumping off the porch. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It ain't hard to tell. You really don't got to give me no names no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't hard to tell when a brother put that work in back in the days or not. You know what I'm saying? We up here dragging everybody for their stories from one channel to the next channel. And yet you get up on my channel and want to hide your stories. What you got to hide, fam? What you got to hide? You know, get them boys. You got 2 champions. You should be able to hold a show down talking about them 2 champions this weekend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Salute the Renegade Kennels dropping in with us last night, man. Salute to you, my brother. Keep doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing that Macho Bear stuff with the Michael Myers stuff, doing it like you're doing it, my brother. And, you know, hopefully we get some good results. Like Brother J-Bo say, a lot of times this shit ain't nothing but luck, man. We got to hope, you know, hope the damn table turn the way we want it to turn when we make these breedings. And to all my bulldogs, what they gonna say when I have Mellow Yellow finding weed and money? What they gonna say? Oh, don't buy the dog from him because he have his dog searching. His dog will search dogs. Can't you see, man? Can't you see, idiot, that I'm taking dogs that they say can't do nothing but one thing, and I'm showing you a dog is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? A dog is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? At least the kind of dogs we breeding. You know, good quality working dogs. You know what I'm saying? Good quality, high quality working dogs. Cause see, in the Molly-Wiles and all that, every Molly-Wile ain't the same. You got some Molly-Wiles that won't work worth a fuck. And then you got other ones that work like champs, work like beasts. You know what I'm saying? Same way the pit bulls. Every line ain't the same. You got the fast lane, and then you just got the lane. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna call them the lane dogs. And then you got the fast lane dogs. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Some gonna like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna like it, some ain't. What you think I made that shit up for no apparent reason? Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. See me, PBK, I rock with the chat. So when my brother Supreme Excellence say he rocking that Midnight Cowboy shit, you know, I gotta come back on the channel and say, let brothers know, you know, I don't got no beef with no Midnight Cowboy dogs. It's competitive talk. You know what I'm saying? You know how that is, fam. You know, but at the end of the day, the whole thing was, don't waste my bulldog's time up here with this fake shit. You know what I'm saying? What you think? We just gonna jump on one person and ain't gonna damn keep it real with everybody? We keeping it real with everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you lying about your dogs, do not come up here talking shit about somebody else's dogs. Cause one way or another, brothers is gonna figure out when you're lying or not. You know what I'm saying? Brothers gonna figure out when you're lying or not. So if you're lying about your dogs, best thing you can do is talk good about every single person that they ask you about. Every single bloodline out there. You better not talk shit about nobody dogs. Period. When you're lying about your shit. And like I said before, brothers, a lie is hard to remember. It's hard to remember a lie, but you can easily remember the truth. 30 years later, I can kick them damn shows from Sambo like But we ain't heard no Hitler and Hitman stories yet. We talking 30 years and I smoke hella bud. And I'm giving you that shit straight facts. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all boys say receipts. You know, if it ain't no receipt, then if I'm lying, then somebody, can correct me about it. It is what it is on the back street. Because like I said, a lot of bulldoggers don't do the YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying? See, none of us up here care about what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? All we want to hear is old stories. So any brother in the future, if you get up here to tell your stories, we need to hear about old stories, not no new shit. You know what I'm saying? And if your credentials don't match up to your mouthpiece, you can't get mad when brothers ask you about the shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you get mad, we still want an explanation. Just because you got mad, that don't mean the question damn over. It just mean we wait until you calm down. Now we want the fucking answer. It is what it is. PBK9s, giving it to you, man. Fair and uncut, raw and unbiased. Y'all have a good day. Have a good end of the month. You know what I'm saying? See y'all next month. Hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all stay legal. Y'all stay safe from one side of the country to the other side of the world. Stay safe, stay legal. And we do not condone anything illegal. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s, giving it to you. And I'm out.